What do you think about fat people coming to the gym? What is your thoughts on fat people at the gym?
I think it's
No reason to be scared.
like it starts viewing yourself as a little bit less worthwhile, maybe. I don't know. You value yourself a little bit less as you gain weight.
If you don't go because of what you think other people think of you, you're the one who's going to be suffering.
I think it's better than being outside of the gym.
I see a lot of people who are morbidly obese, bariatric, and the damage it does to your body, sometimes it's irreversible.
Fat people come in and they just don't do anything. They don't push themselves hard.
I think we're fine.
I think it's better than being outside of the gym. I think that if they're trying to improve themselves, then, I've got no judgment against it. If they're here to improve themselves,
Awesome.
That's the main thing.
And what would you say to someone who's a bit overweight or fat and they're a little bit anxious about being in the gym, maybe they feel a little bit self-conscious?
I mean, it's a community thing. Everybody sort of knows everybody. There's no judgment that goes on in the gym, really, because the whole point is everybody's tried to improve themselves. So, yeah.
What are your thoughts on fat people in the gym?
Yeah, I think it's good because too many people, they sort of give up before they even try. So yeah, it's good to see people actually trying to make something of themselves and actually make a change. It's a bit frustrating though when you see people come in, fat people come in, and they just don't do anything. They don't push themselves hard.
Hats off to them, to be honest. It takes a lot for someone who's overweight like that to come to the gym. A lot of people who are really overweight. I mean, I work in healthcare, so I see a lot of people who are morbidly obese, bariatric, and the damage it does to your body, sometimes it's irreversible. So, even making that first step, no one's going to take the mick out of you. No one's going to judge you coming to the gym. We're all here to egg each other on. We all got our own goals and mindsets, So don't shy away and think you've got to sit at home because you feel so uncomfortable you can't go to the gym. There's a lot of people in here right now who are probably in a dark place mentally, but you wouldn't know because they're training to get through it and to push themselves on. So if everyone can be positive and help each other, that's what we're all here for.
What are your thoughts on fat people at the gym?
The brave people who coming in there and if they want support or something always would help. All what I know I would share with them. So I'm very happy that they coming. I've been very overweight and now I'm just getting down. So I've been on both sides, so I know how they feel. All that. So I'm just positive about that they're coming and doing hard work.
And what would you say to someone who's a little bit in the gutter, they're a little bit overweight, they come to the gym, they feel like the gym is not for them because they feel like they're going to be judged by everyone and they feel like they're not going to get anywhere? What would you say to that person?
I'd say invest in a coach that's going to look after you, like Chidi Gaines. You need someone in you when you don't have a lot. I was the same. I used to not have much confidence. I'd shy away. I went through a dark place in my life. And when you find a coach, it's kind of like having someone in your corner to egg you on when you don't want to egg yourself on. So there's a lot involved, with tracking what you're doing and updating with your coach, but it makes you take accountability for what you're doing. And when you have someone showing well, if you was to do this way, it's going to be better for you and more beneficial. You can do exercises that might give you pain and hurt you. And John could give you an alternative which might work better for you because of your bone structure and your build. Everyone is different.
What do you think about overweight people or fat people coming to the gym?
I think we're fine. But yeah. To be fair, this gym's been quite nice. I've always been big, to be fair. I'm actually probably the smallest I've been in a while.
How much weight have you lost?
I don't really know because I didn't bother used to weigh myself. I never really bothered to weigh myself before. When I first started here, I was 147.7 kilo.
Okay.
I'm now down to 146.
Okay, no, man, that's good.
Yeah, it's not been too bad. But yeah, I've always been big, and it did put me off coming to the gym for a long time. But
I mean, what got you over the hurdle? What got you?
Kids, to be fair.
Okay.
Got kids, so being more active. My boys are all into football. One of my boys does boxing up here. So yeah, just keeping up with them.
Good.
Keeping up with them.
A lot of the times, a lot of people are a little bit kind of hesitant to ask for help because they're either scared or they feel like it's a sign of weakness. but it's actually a sign of strength, like being able to ask for help and get that guidance, get that accountability is super, super important.
Yeah, 100%. When you're younger, you know, you kind of think you know everything. You know, I was the same. You was probably a bit naive when you was younger.
100%,
You
man.
think just go in the gym, smash weight,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get big and massive and look amazing. It doesn't work like that, man. You know, you only learn this once you've been training years and get older.
yeah.
You know, you need to adjust and adapt.
The amount of stuff that I fucked up when I first started lifting, like I'd go to the gym, do random exercises, random sequence and ordering, do too much all the time, thinking that it was better.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like trying to squat like 4 plates or 3 plates. After I've just done it like yesterday or a couple of days, it's just dumb.
I bet you was burnt out, weren't you?
So burnt. I didn't even realize it. I was like, oh, this is normal. I'm aching. No, your body's almost breaking.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
So I've got Ash with me here. How you getting on, brother? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just training. Chest day.
Look how tall this brother is. Making me look like a midget here. All right. So the question I'm asking everyone is, what is your thoughts on fat people at the gym?
I think, it's not really we shouldn't really judge anyone for their size, right? In a gym, everyone's coming to the gym with a common goal, right? To get fitter. So everyone has a starting point. Some people can be skinny, some people can be overweight, some people can be obese, whatever. I think the fact that you're turning up at the gym is what really matters, right? The fact that you're actually bothering to try to make some kind of positive change for yourself. So yeah, I don't really have an opinion on fat people. I think it's, overweight people, sorry. I think it's, generally it's good that people are taking their health seriously and want to improve, right? That's what we're all here to do.
What are your thoughts on fat people at the gym?
Fat people at the gym.
Yeah. Or fat people using the gym or going to the gym.
I don't mind fat people in the gym. That's you're trying, right? You're trying to get somewhere with it. You obviously got goals. You're here. You're doing something. I think, if anything, that's where you want them to be. Everyone should be in the gym. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health. And I think a lot of times, I gained a bit of weight there before Christmas, and I think with weight, it does affect your mental health a little bit because you start viewing yourself as a little bit less worthwhile, maybe. I don't know. You value yourself a little bit less as you gain weight. So I think, fat people in the gym it's good. It's good to see.
Of course. Share with us a little bit. How much weight have you lost, and how has that affected you?
I've been 115 kilos.
Oh, okay.
So a few years ago, I dropped drastically till 88. It's
wow.
about it in a half year. But I was a bit with less knowledge about the things about diet and nutrition. There was too much.
Okay.
So I gained a bit back. So now with more experience, more knowledge, going down slowly.
Okay.
Don't force me on these hard diets and everything. So it's just,
Awesome.
And I try to track my
calories.
colleague, to the gym. So they're pushing a bit harder when you do it. No, it's much better to do things,
And would you say you were quite anxious and nervous when you first started? And by the way, that's massive.
That's true.
Dropping that amount of weight is huge.
My first day was with a friend. He just, come on, I'll show you everything. So he was basically torturing me about it. It's lovely. I think the best start to go to gym or get straight away the personal trainer who could show you, or get with the mate who already been at the gym for a couple of years, so he could share the how.
And that's really good advice. I think getting someone to help you really helps. Before you started, were you quite anxious about coming in? What people are going to think? How you're going to crack on? Like and how did you overcome that as well? Because you're on camera now, so you're clearly quite confident in yourself.
Yeah, here, because it's 24 hours. Like the first couple of times, I come late.
Yeah.
I come late. No one's in here.
Okay.
Give me time to work out what I liked and what I didn't like, and it's nice about being here. Other gyms, like I was at another gym, like a local leisure centre here, and that was more off-putting because I go after work at like 5 o'clock and it was just rammed. Can't get on anything, but then because you don't really want to experiment on anything because everybody's around and looking at you. So here, 24 hours, nice and easy. Come up like 11, 12 o'clock at night, like first couple of times. Just found what I liked. And then
Awesome. I think it's finding strategies around it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like completely empty now. Like in terms of mentally, do you feel like you made it bigger than it was, but when you're actually here, it's not as bad?
Yeah. Once you get a couple of days in, you know roughly where things are and what you're doing, then put your headphones in, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Don't even worry about others looking at you. Everyone's always focused on themselves. No one cares. Like, no one's looking at you thinking, oh, look at them, like, oh, they can't do this and that, and they're fat and that. Like, yeah, just no one cares, and everyone's got to start somewhere.
What would you say to someone who was overweight, who was maybe a little bit insecure, lacks the confidence to come to the gym and start to make a change? What would you say to that person?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think it's just a human emotion at the end of the day, right? So, you know, I mean, even people who are more experienced probably still feel self-conscious, right? There's a lot of bodybuilders who have body dysmorphia, and even though they're jacked in their own mind, they still have self-confidence issues. For example, myself, I haven't been to the gym for like a month because I've been doing a house move. And even though most people say I look good, in my own mind, I'm like, oh, I can't push as much weight, not as strong as I usually was. So, you know, everyone is battling with some kind of form of anxiety, right? It's just it's a human thing. And the thing is with an overweight person is they probably don't realize how common that is, and they probably look around at other people and think, oh, you know, look at that person, they must be so self-confident. In reality, most people have some kind of body confidence issue, right? It's just, it lays beneath the surface, right? So, yeah, I'd say to an overweight person who wants to come to the gym, look, just focus on yourself. Don't concern yourself with other people, what other people think of you. And at the end of the day, you're just there for yourself, right? If you don't go because of what you think other people think of you, you're the one who's going to be suffering, right? So, yeah, the only way your life is going to change is if you go in and stop caring about what other people think. That's what I'd say,
It's really good, really good. I think a lot of people get in their heads, and a lot of the time, so many people are actually thinking about what they're doing, and they're worried about themselves rather than other people. But
I'd say a strong 90% of people in the gym are either vain to an extent or getting there. They're not interested about anyone else. They're just looking at themselves. You know, like
Facts.
The reality is when you're lifting, I know when I'm lifting myself, I'm not thinking about anybody else. I'm thinking about my form, how I look, how I'm doing. It's such a self-focused activity. You're not looking at anyone else, and if you do, you're usually looking and going, oh, he's looking ripped, or she's looking good, or he's looking way lighter than last week. You just see these
or fair play to them, fucking hell, they got themselves here.
Or sometimes the weight you see some guys lifting, you're like, wow, that's mega. Or like you're saying, with overweight people, I've seen a few in here who started, and you see them 2-3 months in, and the only thing you look at, you'll glance over and go, holy shit, look at the work they've put in, they're getting there, you know, you see it. I don't think there's much of negative views actually when you look at everyone else, because like I say, it's self-focused.
100%.
That's the dangerous part of getting overweight. It's kind of like a spiral, isn't it? You start getting unfit, you start getting self-conscious, and you start eating away at yourself rather than doing what is the hard thing, stepping in first. Then first few weeks, first few months, it's not going to be easy. You are going to feel a bit out of place, but before long, like in Box Cross here, it's a good community, it's a good vibe, it's a family feel. It's not long before you start making friends, getting smiles, getting handshakes, speaking to people. That all disappears.
100%. Your thoughts on fat people at the gym?
For fat people, I think it's good that they're in the gym because everyone starts somewhere. Like even I, like, a couple of years ago, I was a fat guy in the gym.
Okay.
So
I've lost a lot of weight.
Yeah,
You're looking good now.
thank you. But I think it's a good thing that they're in the gym. Though. You want to improve themselves, like to get better, get healthier. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Okay. And what would you say to someone who was a little bit overweight, who was a little bit kind of timid about going to the gym, maybe a little bit scared of like the environment? What would you say to that person?
Honestly, no one is looking at you when you're in the gym. Everyone's literally focused on their own self, and if anything, they're more proud of you if you're in the gym and you're doing something about it. I think most people have a problem if you're big and you're not doing anything about it. That's what I think. Anyway.
There you go. Most of the time people are actually encouraging. I always say it's actually very, very hard to think yourself out of a bad situation. You have to move. You have to do something. Have you ever, I'm in a bad mood, let me just think myself out of this. Let me be in a better, no. Go for a run, do some like deep breathing stuff, I don't know, get in a cold shower, change your state. If you change the way that you feel by moving, you're gonna start to feel better and you're gonna start having more positive kind of self-talk, ultimately. I appreciate that, Jordan, man. Thank you. What I normally find is when I'm having a bad day, when I'm overthinking things in my head, I feel like everyone else is as well. I feel like everyone is staring at me, everyone hates me. When I'm in a good mood, maybe I've like started moving, I've got a little bit of momentum build, I'm like, yeah, this is actually not that bad. And you realize that everyone's actually worried about themselves rather than what you're doing. So
even if I've lost weight, I still find myself doing it. You know, when you're big and
you look calm, bro, don't worry.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who maybe was in a similar position to yourself not too long ago, maybe now, and they're like in their heads, they don't want it to start. they're not confident. They're like, I'm gonna get judged. People are gonna look at me. They're gonna stare at me. I just can't do it. Like, what would you say to that person? Maybe they've been stuck in a rut for a couple of years. What would you say to them?
It doesn't matter if you quit. Because I've been to the gym lots of times, left, didn't come back, and then you always get that itch again where you want to come back. Like, don't beat yourself up because you've not stuck to it, because you'll probably end up going back. This is like my third, fourth time in like the last like 10 years, like coming back to a gym.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just end up sticking to it. You'll get in the groove. You find somewhere you like. That was my biggest problem. I couldn't find a gym that I enjoyed, but I really like coming here.
Box cross.
Yeah, really like box cross. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one likes being out of shape, out of breath, feeling rough. Like, no one enjoys it. So eventually you're gonna come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't get in your head about it. Really, that's about it.
Good stuff, man. I rate you for fucking starting as well. What are your goals in terms of how much weight do you want to lose and stuff?
I don't know. I tried looking to see, for my size, tried looking at my BMI and stuff like that. Especially like 14 stone. I don't think I'd ever get down that low, but maybe a couple more stone would do me and I'd be happy, yeah.
Just one foot in front of the other and then kind of go from there. You don't want to put too much pressure on it.
No, just see how I feel.
Okay.
See how I feel, see what I enjoy. And, yeah,
Awesome. If you like this video, leave a like down below, comment down below what your favorite part of the video is, and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you guys haven't seen the first part of this, I'm gonna stick the link up there. Go give it a watch. I think you guys will get a lot of value out of that video.